Good morning, it is Brian here at Fitzpatrick's Garage, Dublin Road, Kildare. I want to show you this car here, which is a brand new Honda CRV, and this is what is called the Elegance in the two-wheel drive hybrid. That was quite a mouthful, wasn't it? Brian's my name, 086 843 1945. If you want any information on this particular car, please do not hesitate to give me a shout. This is the first of the Elegances that we've actually had in stock. So the Elegance is the nice, how would you say, if there's 4 different models available in Ireland, Elegance is second from the top. So there's an entry model Comfort, there's a second model Lifestyle, and then this third one Elegance I think is good out of value for money because you're getting some really nice features on it. But anyway, we'll have a look at that here. So starting at the front of the car, the first thing we see is LED indicators, LED daytime running lamp and parking light in through there. We have our full headlights here, our dipped headlights here, which are all LED, and in through there we now have LED cornering lights, so they're dead handy. So that is unique to the Elegance specification. Down through here, the front fog lights, like all the hybrids, are LED as well. Front parking sensors are standard. Down along the bottom there is a nice brushed aluminium effect kind of garnish on the front. The grille is the nice big chrome grille that we've seen in all the CRVs, and then actually all the hybrids have an 18-inch wheel. Sorry, that's not true. There's a... oh, sorry, it is true actually, yeah. All the hybrids run on these 18-inch wheels, so they're nice diamond cut. So there's a nice shiny reflective effect from them. This one is literally just in off the truck, so it's not clean or anything like that yet. Nice chrome down around the front fog light, and then moving down the side of the car you also get nice bits of chrome along the bottom of the doors and up around the window as well. After that then, the engine is a 2-litre Atkinson cycle with a hybrid battery setup. So the car is producing, it is a 2-litre engine, but with the battery on top of it, it's producing about 184 horsepower. So if you compare that to the 1.5 turbo, 1.5 turbo is somewhere in the region of around 170 horsepower. So the hybrid actually develops more horsepower, and genuinely, after driving the two cars on the road, yeah, hybrid gets going quicker. You put your foot down, because you have that battery, it gets that immediate kind of power effect. It's like a switch, so you're not waiting for the turbo to get going and stuff. So actually it is from zero. The hybrid's actually quicker. So it is, and when you put your foot down, you get both the petrol engine and the battery kicking in as you get up further through the rev range. It is continually producing more power. But the nice thing, it's so quiet and it's automatic. So it's really, really nice that way. Road tax on this car obviously is going to be very low because it is a hybrid, so it is extremely friendly to the environment. This colour is what's called modern steel. I was going to say polished metal. That is a grey colour that's available in different models. This one is called modern steel. So rear of the car, nice brushed aluminium garnish down along the bottom. Like the front, you've got a higher section with chrome, and then the tail lights are LED all the way around. The brake lights up through there will be LED, and then these indicators, big long strips, are LED as well. Hybrid badging along through there. There is one exhaust in the hybrid, so the 1.5 turbos have 2 exhausts, whereas this one has 1 exhaust on the rear right hand side, so that's how you know. One other significant feature on this, because it is an Elegance, we now have roof rails up high along through there, and also the rear windows are tinted privacy glass as well. So on the outside of that car, just to summarise, between it and the Lifestyle model, from what we can see on the outside, cornering LEDs in through there, roof rails up high, tinted rear glass, they're going to be the giveaways. That's how you know the specification. While we're at it, let's have a look in the boot. So CRV boots are always big. When you leave the car open, it's really handy. So let's try that again. The interior in this car is really nice, because it's beige leather interior. I love beige, especially in a big Jeep like this. So there's lights on both sides, which is only a small thing, but it's dead handy at night. You'll know all about it. So many cars have only got one light, so you're blocking it sometimes no matter what way you're going. Okay, there is jack and wheel braces, that kind of stuff in through here, but it's puncture repair kit. Because in through here is the battery, there is a speaker in through here, because we're now into the Elegance. It's giving you more uprated setup on the radio, and these here then allow you to drop the seats forward, and you can do that on both sides. And once you drop the seats down, it becomes a fairly large load area, almost the same size as a van. Anyway, in through here, I see the batteries going dead on this camera already. So, check out that interior. I'm going to go around to the other side for a sec because the sun is shining in and it's not helping things. So, in through here, big right angled opening access on the doors, absolutely brilliant. Veneer, beige leather tweeter, another speaker. Stereo is very good in these, especially in these Elegances. And that is, I love the material. These small little lines, it just gives it that nice upmarket look. 3 head restraints, 3 3-point safety belts, armrest in through the centre, kangaroo pockets in the rear. Someone used their head and actually put USB connectors in the back instead of cigarette lighters. There is ventilation in through there, and then there's LED lighting up over your head, and the roof cloth kind of complements the interior, so it's a nice bright place to be. Sometimes people get into these big cars and it's got a dark interior, kind of going, feels a little bit dark in here, so you won't have the problem on this one. Over here, what a nice driver's seat. Material is lovely. Peripheral support on each side is very nice. Lumbar support in through here, height adjuster in through here. But because we're in an Elegance, we also get the same on the passenger side. So lumbar support and height adjuster for the passenger, which is actually rare in a lot of cars. So having a height adjustable passenger seat is excellent. Because we're in a hybrid, we have no gearbox setup. So in through here, park, reverse, neutral, drive. We have different functions. If we want, we can have a full EV mode, we can have a sport mode, or we can have an econ mode. And that's going to govern how the car basically progresses through not changing gears, but actually how your things like throttle response and basically how it's going to manage things like cruise control and air conditioning and all that kind of stuff. In obviously its major goal being efficiency. Back through here we have USB connectors with a little light in through there. This here is, bring it forward, and then in through there is more storage, so, and that can come out as well along through here. So it sounds really noisy actually when you're doing it, but it's actually that is the way it is. Right, we'll take this out. So, after that then, over here, this is going to govern information like average speed, fuel efficiency, what kind of driving patterns we've been doing in terms of how aggressive we've been in terms of saving fuel and that kind of stuff, speed sign recognition, all that kind of stuff in through there. You have lane change warning down through here, which warns if you drift out of lane. And this is lane keep assist in through here. We can also have a sound because when we're creeping on electric mode, we want some bit of a sound coming out that pedestrians can hear us, so you have your choice there. And after that then we'll say push start setup like all of the hybrids. So you get in, hit your button to start it, because on the outside of the car it is literally just going to be put your hand in to unlock it, and then when you're walking away you can just swipe this and it automatically locks the car, which is pretty damn cool. Usual stuff over here for electrics, for windows and mirrors. You can lock the car to lock the doors obviously, but then you can bring up the windows, bringing in door mirrors as well, and then similarly you can use the unlock button to do those functions as well. The key is this guy here, so you have all your major functions. Nice blue hybrid kind of colour on it, and then you can also actually take out the bottom section here. I can't do it because it's one-handed, but what it allows you to do is basically there's a key inside this. Once it pops out, actually I'm going to do it here for a sec, so that there pops out, and then you can actually get into the car if the battery goes dead on the car or the key. The radio in through here is things like, we'll say, navigation, Android Auto and Apple CarPlay and all that kind of stuff, which is dead handy these days because you can use things like Google Maps. This has Garmin navigation anyway, which is easy enough to use. But if you want, then all your radio and audio functions in through here, it's touch and swipe. Pretty straightforward. Smartphone connection's deadly though, because all it's doing is taking everything off your Apple phone and putting it up there, Apple CarPlay or Android Auto if you're using an Android. Seats are also heated because we're in an Elegance. Dual zone climate control, so different temperatures on each side of the car, and then we've a separate climate menu, which again is all touch and swipe and all that kind of stuff as well. So after that, headlights are automatic, so when you meet traffic they actually dip. Wipers are automatic, so they come on when it rains. Safety wise, always driver, passenger, side airbags, curtain airbags, all the doors have side impact protection beams. In terms of driving the car, the easiest way I can give it to you is the car will continuously charge itself. So you got a battery. If you're doing maybe around slow speeds, you have a chance to go into a full electric mode, which is dead handy. Once you get up to about 100 kilometers an hour, I watched from driving this car, or not this actual one, but from driving one of these cars, I can say what happens is, for about 2 to 3 minutes at 100 kilometers an hour, you are going to be cruising on your engine, and then for about 45 seconds to a minute, you're going to be full battery, and it'll go back into engine, and then back into battery, and back into engine, and back into battery. And that seems to be how it is. High speed on the motorway is in 120 kilometers an hour, so mostly petrol. But what happens is when you go, but it's an Atkinson cycle engine, so it's actually quite an efficient petrol engine anyway, so it's not like running a normal 2-litre petrol engine. By the time you combine everything with the ability to go into the battery mode, given kind of driving circumstances which are low speed and under 100 kilometers an hour or up to that, there's a lot of chances where it's going to use the battery effectively. So I mean, I was skeptical about this car when it came, but it actually is good in fuel. If you want, I can send you a video showing 4.8 litres the first weekend we had access to them. So anyway, if you want information on this car, Brian's my name, 086 843 1945. That's 086 843 1945. We are Fitzpatrick's Garage, family run business in operation for almost 70 years. What you're looking at right now is a 2-litre hybrid Honda CRV in what's called the Elegance trim in a modern steel. We can do any trade-in you have. We can also organise finance on a car like this. This car is actually sold to a customer, so I just wanted to show it to you before she collects it. But if there's any information you want to get, please do give me a shout, 086 843 1945. And hopefully this car is of interest to you.